Chicago, 1924. Two boys from millionaire families, a pair of geniuses, planned what they believed would be the perfect crime. A murder with no motive, no connection, no trace. But what unfolded next was one of the most chilling, arrogant, and twisted cases in American criminal history. This is the true story of Leopold and Loeb, and how their obsession with superiority led to betrayal, madness, and life behind bars. Nathan Leopold and Richard Loeb weren't your typical killers. They were prodigies, wealthy, privileged, educated. Leopold spoke 5 languages and was obsessed with philosophy, especially Nietzsche's theory of the Übermensch, the idea that some people were simply above morality and law. Loeb, on the other hand, was charismatic, addicted to crime novels, and fascinated with becoming a criminal mastermind. Together, they were dangerous. But why murder? For one reason: to prove they could. They wanted to commit the perfect crime, a murder that would stun the world, and they would walk away untouched. They spent months preparing, renting a car under a fake name, buying a chisel, typing out a ransom note on a stolen typewriter. The victim? Chosen at random. On May 21st, 1924, they lured 14-year-old Bobby Franks, Loeb's distant cousin, into their rental car. What happened next was brutal. Loeb smashed Bobby's head with the chisel while Leopold drove. They stuffed his body in a culvert in Wolf Lake and poured acid on his face and genitals to hide his identity. Then, they went to dinner. The next day, they called Bobby's parents and delivered the ransom instructions, $10,000 for the safe return of their son. But by then, Bobby's body had already been discovered. The police found one key clue: a pair of eyeglasses near the body, rare, expensive glasses with a unique hinge. Only a few pairs like them existed in Chicago. One of them belonged to Nathan Leopold. At first, Leopold tried to lie. He said he'd been out birdwatching, but he hadn't counted on one thing: Loeb cracking under pressure. The police separated the two. Loeb confessed first. Then Leopold, not to be outdone, confessed too, but tried to blame everything on Loeb. Their friendship crumbled. 2 arrogant teenagers, both pointing fingers, drowning in the same mess. The public was stunned. How could 2 rich, brilliant boys become killers for the thrill of it? The trial became a national obsession. Newspapers called it the crime of the century. The defense hired Clarence Darrow, the most famous lawyer of the time. He didn't try to prove their innocence. He had one goal: avoid the death penalty. For 3 days, Darrow delivered a passionate speech, arguing that the boys were broken, psychologically disturbed, and that hanging them would solve nothing. He said, "I do not believe that the public wants 2 boys to be taken out and hanged as if they were mad dogs." The judge agreed. On September 10th, 1924, both Leopold and Loeb were sentenced to life in prison plus 99 years. In prison, Loeb tried to continue his life of reading and order, but he didn't last long. In 1936, he was murdered in the shower by a fellow inmate who claimed Loeb made sexual advances. The papers said Loeb was slashed and Leopold was shattered. Leopold, meanwhile, became a model prisoner, learning languages, teaching, and even volunteering for medical experiments. In 1958, he was paroled, moved to Puerto Rico, married, and lived a quiet life until his death in 1971. But their story didn't die. It inspired films like Rope, Compulsion, and countless books and documentaries. Because behind their cold eyes and intellectual bravado was a terrifying truth: even the smartest minds can become monsters. So what do you think? Were Leopold and Loeb true psychopaths, or victims of their own arrogance? Would they have killed again if they got away with it? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more chilling true crime stories every week.